Hello and welcome to Broadsword Wargaming. Today I'm here with Oliver and we're going to be making a display board.
What she meant was, hello and welcome to Broadsword Wargaming. In this video, I am joined by Kira, and she's going to be making a display board. Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please do click that subscribe button for more videos to come, or check out the links below if you wish to support the channel in any other way. You're back.
I'm back.
Here again, this is like video 4 now. You're becoming a channel regular, aren't you really?
Can't get rid of me.
Yeah, no, I'm trying. For this one, you want to build a little display piece, right? A little display board to show your nice models off, because you keep asking me to constantly bring back all my big boards in the car so you can shoot like a model on it so it looks nice.
That's not true, to be fair. It's so you can shoot my models.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You want me to shoot your models on my boards, which I bring back from the studio. So what we've got here are tiny, like what are they, like 8" by 8" picture frames. You picked up for £1 from the pound shop each. And I'm going to be building a little terrain piece next to you off camera, so you guys won't see what I'm doing, but I'll explain it as we go along. And then once I've done that same process, you're going to do the same thing.
I'm going to attempt to.
And we're going to see if you can come out with a board that looks decent. I'm expecting decent here. Right? It's not that hard. You've seen a fair few board builds now, haven't you?
Yeah, I always tell you I've watched them. I'm just like,
boring. Skip to the end and done. Yeah, so you're gonna have a go at building these. You've never done this before. You've never used like rock molds or flock or modeling compound.
No.
How do you think it's gonna go?
Fine.
So we'll catch you guys back at the end for a bit of an overview of the whole process and how it went, and then, yeah, that's it. You ready?
Ready.
Let's go.
Is that foggy? I don't know.
To start the project off, we got some picture frames from the pound shop. We filled them with 25mm foam, and you just cut some foam on top to make like a hill or sort of an idea of a ground form.
This isn't exactly going how I want. I'm just scared.
You can't really mess this bit up.
That sounds like a challenge.
So wherever you're going to stick the rock molds want to be straight.
So there.
Yep.
Oh, it's all right. It's a bit cliffy here, but
We'll sort it out, don't worry.
I've literally got it in my hair. Simple, just cut it and stick it on. You can't really go wrong with that step.
The second step was to use some casting plaster. This is just straight casting plaster, a bit like plaster of Paris, mixed with water into the Woodland Scenics rock molds. Let's
bake some rocks. What is this?
Casting plaster. That's just regular casting plaster again from the hardware store, like B&Q. So this bit gets messy, by the way, so yeah.
There's a cobweb in it.
Just bite it. I'm going to get the cobweb out for you. All right. There you go.
Just use your hand.
It's such a cobweb.
How much do I need? That's about 2/3 of a cup?
Yeah.
He doesn't know. That's definitely not enough. I don't like that there's not exact measurements. Is it like 1-to-1 here, or what are we doing?
Probably a bit more than that, but give it a mix, see what happens.
I bet there's instructions on the packet and you just do it like this anyway. Like a monster. There was no recipe. I didn't give you a recipe. No. And that's what you wanted. Yeah, getting the consistency right was difficult. But not really. I mean, if it's too watery, it's just going to take longer to dry, right? It's like lumpy cream that should have been eaten a week ago.
That's not too bad then, yeah. Keep mixing, you don't want any lumps in there if we can.
I feel like I'm on a cooking show.
Yeah, this could be Kira's cooking cakes.
Cooking rocks, but not in a meth way. There, that looks like cream.
Yeah, that's it. It's a pretty good.
Can you draw a figure of 8? No, that's pancake batter. I liked using the molds. That was fun. If this was TikTok now, you can move this out and replace it with one that was already done, and then I'd be like, ta-da! Woo! There we go. How many of these do you want?
How many do you need?
It's getting thicker.
They look great. Like, that's easy ways to do rocks. People use all sorts of stuff like tin foil and loads of other techniques. I can't find a better way to do them.
Buy a rock mold.
We left these to set for about an hour.
Boop.
Basically like peel porn, that is. It's where you put like masking tape on miniatures to like mask up a colour and airbrush it and then you peel it off.
It's like ASMR in a weird way. Oh wow, these are cool.
They've dried really well. I think your mix was actually perfect.
Yeah, it was. These are great.
There are more than enough here to do 1 or 2 boards of these display sizes, so Kira decided to celebrate the one way she knows best, dance.
As this is kind of a multi-step process, the third step was using the Luke's APS or Geek Gaming Scenics modelling compound. This is casting plaster mixed with insulation and then water. It essentially sets the same way as the casting plaster did in the rock molds. It sets a lot quicker and it sets a lot firmer as well.
Why can't we have an easy recipe? Is there a recipe on the internet though? Like 2 cups powdery crap, 3 cups water.
I guess like a third water. Tuna mayo, that's your recipe.
I don't eat tuna or mayo.
That's it. Give it a mix. Go on, see how it looks. Get your fingers right in there. How's that feeling?
Yeah, it does look like that horrible mushed up chicken disgustingness you can buy in the deli.
Sounds a little bit dry. Sounds dry.
It's ASMR. Hold it to the mic.
Right, and get going with it then.
Looks like this.
Yep, perfect.
Okay, so I'll put a little bit underneath first.
You gotta be quite quick now.
Oh God.
That's it.
It was the messiest step. And for me, the most stressful.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's setting, and the gloves were coming off, and I was trying to get it to look exactly right, but it didn't. My glove was too small, too big. My tiny hands.
Lots in there, just lob it all in there, that's it, pile it up.
I don't like this. I don't like the time constraint.
And if you try it, we can get more.
Oh my God, the panic. Right, can I stick my things on yet? I don't think I made enough.
Got more?
I don't know.
You can always put more on.
I just stick it in. I said it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is seriously high pressure. Just don't want to get to that point. You know when you're doing something and then it looks good and you're like, I'll just keep fixing bits, and then you're like, I should have stopped 5 minutes ago.
I think this step came out really well for you. You did a really good job here.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was going to look like when it was finished, so that's why I just kept fiddling with it. Like, is it going to look okay? But it does. It's necessary but messy.
This set within about 10 minutes.
With the board down and sorted, we've got the ground forms done, the rock molds in, it's time to paint the rock molds. So we use a technique called leopard spotting or leopard paint spotting. Rather than sort of spraying them all one colour and dry brushing, this relies on washes. So we use like an ochre colour, a red and a black. These are just craft shop £1 paints mixed in with water.
Right, we've got our washes. We've got what would you call that? Mustard ochre?
Yeah.
An ochre colour, like a reddish and a black. I don't really know what I'm doing because you were doing that, but I was looking at my phone. So I'm going to go in with the yellow colour on a massive brush. It's already gone grey.
It's all right.
But that's okay, it's nature. So I'm just going to blob it on like that.
Absolutely everywhere. It's over like a third of it all.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Get the red colour, and I'm going to bloop-de-bloop over that.
More red. That's it. Nice and heavy. That's it. You want it running everywhere.
I don't do running. No, I like that. That looks good to me.
Right.
It's like a bloodbath. I'm going to rinse my brush. Go with the black. Right, do I cover everything with the black?
Pretty much, yep.
Okay. So it's one of those pretend steps that does nothing, adding all that red onto everything.
Belief code. You believe it works.
There, that looks good to me.
Can you go wrong here?
No. Yes.
Yeah, you did fine. There's nothing you really did wrong here.
You can go wrong.
It looks wrong.
I feel like I didn't do anything wrong.
You didn't. It just looks weird, doesn't it? Like, at this stage, it's kind of like yellow and red.
I had to take your word for it that this was what it was supposed to look like, because whacking on like red and orangey yellow color onto a rock, it just looks bizarre.
Like, it's a well-known technique, I think, and it's just trust in the technique. Believe.
Trust in me.
When the rocks are down and painted, it's onto the soil. This is, if you've watched any of my previous videos at all on board builds, this is grout mixed with topsoils. I bought the topsoil, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you could get it from your garden, sieve it and stick it in the oven to dry it out. This is a really nice step, I think. I think this is where the whole board starts to come together a bit.
Exactly, it starts to look like a thing. Oh, it's up under my nails. Ew. Don't like it.
To seal everything in, it's the really simple process of using watered down PVA glue.
I think it's a bit clogged. You sure?
Yeah, to try to do it so close that you like...
It's going to knock everything off. Look at that, it's shooting it off.
Mine wasn't doing that a second ago. And it's bang perfect.
It's all in the wrist action.
There you go, right?
Is it bad?
Just making it look like hard work.
It is hard work.
This is the easiest bit.
It's not, I'm telling you. Well, now it's coming out like a... I haven't touched the setting.
Oh my God.
It's not me.
Just aim it at the table. This is like painful to watch.
There, it's working again.
You remember the angle that's going to be picking up where there's nothing in it? You don't, like... Not all of my camera would be ideal, but preferably, like... You just hit the board!
Is that okay?
This is so painful to watch.
I just don't want to shoot off all the...
You won't, just don't, that's it, that's fine.
Is that better?
Yeah, okay. That was so difficult to watch. I've never seen anyone struggle with this spray bottle.
It's really hard on my wrist. Nothing happened.
Good job, look.
How is that happening? I don't understand. Right, let me try again.
You got enough on there now, I think.
Speed is the answer.
Right, there you go.
You gotta go foot. If you go spray, it just goes.
We did have one issue, and that was once we'd put this down, you used PVA glue first to drop it on, the colour sort of disappeared from a bit of the rock.
I don't want to talk about it.
You were not happy, I think, at this point.
No, yours looked fine, and mine just, the colour seeped out of it.
Yeah, just in like a couple of places as well.
Just gone.
See ya.
I don't know why that bit stayed white. I definitely painted it all. Black wash it anyway.
Yeah, black
Is
wash.
this the black paint?
Yep.
It's just washing off the rest of the colour. What is happening? Well, why is that staying white?
I don't know, it's weird. Like, I won't take it.
Oh.
It may just...
Ring Luke.
Luke!
What's happening?
If we're going to cut to Luke now, who's going to tell us what's gone wrong.
Can't even use a spray bottle.
Why?
It's because you're new and you don't even know what you're doing.
We did call Luke, so he left us a lovely message there, didn't he? Basically blaming the fact you're new and I'm rubbish. So that's great, but I know he's had the same issue. We spoke about it afterwards, and it's just something that just happens. We dealt with it, we just kept painting it with more and more black, with less water. Just happened to you, this is the first time you'd ever done it. Do you believe in the process?
Well, I'm never making one again.
You had big plans at this point, but they've gone out the window now. To add a bit of variety and texture to the board and a bit of different colour, we used some rubble. Lovely, lovely, crumbly, I always mention this, but garage floor rubble. This is just some cement, like it nicking from the floor.
This would be very rocky over here, I think. Big boulders and everything. I like it. I don't like
that?
yeah, I don't like too many, I don't think.
To get the whole board done in one day, you can use a hairdryer just to dry off some of the sections and dry out the PVA glue.
Just before we went to put the flocks on, you decided you wanted...
A tree.
A tree. Could you be asked to make a tree?
Why would I make a tree?
Well, because you don't have one.
You have one.
I have loads of trees. So I did do a video on making trees, like 10-minute trees. Check that out if you haven't before. It's quite easy. It just takes a little bit of time, but it's quite quick actually. But you wouldn't know.
It's easy for me.
You didn't want to make one, did you? So you stole my tree and decided last minute to jam it into the top of the...
When I want a tree, I went, my tree.
Right. Do you want to see my tree building video? Well, I don't have one. So watch all of us.
Yay! I'll link it up there above. Yep.
Right.
So jam your tree in and we'll glue this in properly. So jam it really, really far in. A good twizzle.
There we go.
One of the last stages now is applying the flock. We wanted the boards to be nice and green. You kind of wanted that Irish land over an 8-inch piece of board. How did you find this? I'm always worried, particularly when I was starting, of using flocks. I've still not used it that often now. Most of our boards are brown and sandy. The process is a little bit daunting, I think, at start, maybe, for me. Was it for you?
No.
Pro from the start. How did you find it? We used a sieve, basically.
It was my favorite step, I think, because you were just layering it up, but it just kept looking better and better. I think the product itself is very good. So when it just instantly looks good. I don't think you have to do a lot with it. And then the fact you have a few different colors, as long as you have an eye for it, what you're doing, I don't think it's that difficult. You could do it with one color and it would still look really good, I think, especially with the soil coming up through. But no, I think the product itself doesn't need a lot of messing with. I don't really want it to stick to that rock bit. So what happens if it goes on the bit you don't want it to go on?
We can wash it off with some water.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is. The board is fully done. We had a little tinker with bits and bobs afterwards. We added some tufts on and lobbed a bit more flocks around and stuff occasionally, just a couple of days later.
Yeah, I think when you leave it and come back, you see the bits that need fixing.
How do you feel about it now? Here it is, finished in front of you.
I feel like I could do it myself now, easily.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just following along
Not
to
easily.
this video.
As long as I buy a new spray bottle.
Da, da, da.
I think everyone should make their own little diorama because it just makes your models look so much better when you take a picture.
Yeah, and it's not actually,
So much better.
it's not that hard to do.
No.
The process, it sounds complicated, but you've never done this before and you've come out with a board, like, I think people will be happy if that was a
Yeah.
board. You could do this on a larger scale now.
I think it's one of those things where it's daunting because there's a lot of different things you have to buy, but once you've bought them, they last for so long. You'd be able to buy them with other people. Do you know what I mean? You only need a little bit of them. But yeah, no, it's really easy. I would definitely do it again. Now that I know exactly, when I was doing it, I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this step or what's happening. But now that I know, I think I could do a great one.
So just buy the materials and give it a go. Like the picture frame for £1 actually is 25mm thick at deep. It's a really, really nice way to take your models. Say if you're going to a tournament,
Like
you
a
want to have a
box
little,
frame.
yeah, and you want to have a little place to display your Blood Bowl team or whatever, or your warband. Take it along with you as well. Just it looks nice in the photos.
I'm excited to bring it home and whack all the models on now. So.
Yeah. Who's going to shoot the models?
This guy.
I've shown you how to use a camera,
I don't want to know.
but
This guy.
but cheap £1 pound shop picture frames.
I bought a fancy phone so that I could take nice pictures, but this guy. You're just better at it.
You just don't try. But you tried here. Look, you don't even try at this, and you're good at it.
All right, the next picture on my Instagram will be all me.
I don't believe you.
And then I won't need you anymore.
Yeah. No, wait.
Off he goes.
But as a process from start to finish, it's quite easy. I think it looks really, really good. I'm very impressed with that. They basically put them side by side. They look pretty much the same now. Yours has a tree and mine doesn't. That's the only difference. If you guys like this video, please do remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the alarm bell below for more videos. Check out all my links down there. There's Element Games where you can buy some models from. There's the link to where you can buy all the products used in this video. There's also a link to my Patreons down there. Thanks so much to all of you guys for supporting the channel. I wouldn't be able to do this kind of stuff without you. Thank you to Kira with her lovely board, look, all done and finished that I can shoot some models on. Are you happy?
So happy. Would you not be happy with this? Look
It's
at it.
great.
Look at it.
To be fair, like 3 hours work or something.
I'm happy.
Excellent. Well, there you go.
I'm going to bring it home and show my mum.
Mummy, look what I did. There's nothing more to say other than thanks so much, guys. Thank you from us. Take care, and I'll catch you in another video.